Picture buying a sprawling stretch of land out in the desolate American West, expecting nothing but quiet and empty space. But after signing the deed, you realize the property is burdened by decades of bizarre local legends and terrifying rumors. People who lived nearby reported being stalked across the brush by massive wolf-like animals that shrugged off bullets and seemingly refused to die. Others described a completely different threat, tracking silent, glowing craft that drifted through the night sky in ways standard aircraft simply cannot maneuver. This specific patch of dirt in Utah is Skinwalker Ranch, one of the most thoroughly debated locations in the country. These are no longer campfire rumors. Even today, teams of modern scientists are actively on the ground investigating the soil and sky. This creates a unique problem: a steady stream of consistent eyewitness reports existing alongside a total lack of hard scientific proof. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the foundational folklore of the residents who occupied this land decades ago. The early claims were relatively mild. Neighbors reported odd flashes of light above the ridgeline or strange noises echoing through the valley at night. The tipping point arrived in the 1990s when the Sherman family bought the property and moved in. Their specific accounts escalated the situation drastically. The family reported close encounters with impossibly large, aggressive animals and unidentified metallic objects hovering directly over their fields. Word of their experiences leaked out of the local community, catching the attention of journalists and authors who broadcast the Shermans' claims to a national audience. This pipeline of storytelling built a massive stockpile of qualitative data, powerful, subjective human memories that cemented the ranch's reputation as a paranormal hotspot, completely bypassing the need for independent verification. As the public legend peaked, organized research groups arrived to apply the rigorous scientific method to these bizarre claims. The strategy shifted away from human eyes and toward objective environmental sensors and automated logging equipment. Investigators built continuous monitoring networks, running banks of cameras and screens to catch the phenomena entirely on tape. Here is where the investigation hit a wall. The scientists on site frequently reported seeing unexplainable events with their own eyes. Yet in those exact moments, their high-tech cameras, microphones, and spectrum analyzers routinely failed to record any reproducible evidence. Because of this persistent data gap, to this date, no publicly available scientific study has conclusively proven paranormal activity at Skinwalker Ranch. The data shows a widening gap between human perception and mechanical recording. Eyewitness claims have spiked alongside the legend, while verified instrumental data remains completely flat. Millions in scientific netting have repeatedly failed to catch whatever is triggering the human experience on the property. The absence of physical evidence allowed the mystery to persist, turning the ranch into a permanent fixture of paranormal folklore. Skeptics point out that many of these accounts are likely natural environmental events, misidentified aircraft, or simply the result of incomplete information. On the other hand, believers argue the ranch conceals phenomena that operate entirely outside the boundaries of our current scientific understanding. Because empirical methods cannot definitively close the case file, the property remains an open mystery. The property highlights the difficulty of applying current diagnostic tools to events that are, by their nature, fleeting and unpredictable. So, what do you think is actually happening in Utah? Is this land hiding something our instruments simply cannot measure? Or is it a collection of human legend and unanswered questions? Let us know your theory down in the comments, and subscribe to Mystery Republic for more.